the Forest of Hope, or as I like to call it, the Forest of Boats. Hello everybody, Lady Gator the User, and welcome to Play Pikmin. In the previous video, we returned to the impact site to get the last of the ship parts there, and to raise our Pikmin population. And in this video, we're going to be, not only are we going to be sort of raising our Pikmin population, but we're also going to be getting 2 more ship parts in this location. Hoorah! 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 Blah 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 blah. Now this video was kind of evil to record for a couple of reasons. One, it was lagging more than usual, and I think the reason why was because when I was recording this, I was my computer's battery was kind of dying, and I was like really lazy to go get the charger. But not only that, but we got a lot of Pikmin in this video, which means I had to name every single one of them. I had to name a lot of Pikmin, and I'm starting to really regret my decision because now I've named something around 200 Pikmin, and this is only episode 6 of this Let's Play, which means that I'm gonna have to name so many things. I didn't have to name too many enemies in my 2-meter anniversary Let's Play. Oh my god, why did I decide to do this? This is the most stupidest idea I've ever done. Anywho, what we want to do is that we want to go over here and knock down this gate. Use your heads, Pikmin. Get it? They use their heads to destroy the gates, and I gotta stop talking. Oh, I almost forgot. Another Let's Player gave me a shout-out in his Majora's Mask Let's Play. I'll give you guys a link to that video in the description below, but I decided that I'm going to return the favor and I'm going to give him the shout-out. Normally I don't do this because it's my rule of thumb to not reference other Let's Players or to talk about them, but let's face it, I've broken that rule of thumb so many times. But anyway, Light Saga, if you're watching this, you are awesome. Your Majora's Mask LP is awesome, and yeah. Now that I gave him a shout-out, I don't have to do that anymore. Yay! No more shout-outs! Well, I guess I'm gonna give more shout-outs every now and then, just to give you guys more Let's Players to watch, because that's always fun. Now this wall right here, it's gonna require just a little bit more time to knock down, so time freeze or time manipulation thing or something. I don't know. That boss over there, that is the cannon beetle. There's only 2 of them in the game, and it can be kind of considered a boss. He's called the cannon beetle, and he's kind of difficult to defeat if you don't know what you're doing. You may lose some Pikmin fighting him, but nothing too major. If you lose like 1 Pikmin, it's not going to be worth it to reset the entire game just so you don't have to lose that 1 Pikmin, which I have done on a number of occasions. I have reset the entire day just because I lost a single Pikmin. But I don't do that anymore just because I'm too lazy to have to repeat the same thing over and over again. There's a ship part over there that we can get. Objectively, we can get that without having to fight the cannon beetle at all, but it's still a pretty good idea to fight the cannon beetle because he can be a bit of a trouble. Now what you want to do is that you want to throw a Pikmin at the little hole thing when he starts to get ready to throw a cannon at you. When he does throw a cannon at you, you want to get your Pikmin out of the way. Now, I have like a capture card, which makes it pretty difficult to do this kind of stuff. Now, as you saw right there, I lost the Pikmin because I couldn't really tell where he was because my capture card is rude. If you're really lucky, or if you're really skilled, or if you're, or both, or something, it is possible to defeat this guy in only one try. Now, what I mean by that is that when you throw the Pikmin into the little hole thing, it is possible to defeat him in one go without having to throw another Pikmin into the whole thing. No! My Pikmin! I love them so much and you just murdered them. How could you be so cruel? Why am I pretending that I didn't know that was going to happen when I very clearly this is very clearly post commentary. I don't know why I do half the stuff I do. Frederick! No! Frederick! Let's destroy him! Let's destroy him! Let's destroy him! Once and for all! Come on! Yay! We defeated you. We defeated you. You're dead. You're dead. I'm probably gonna cut that part out. At last! My radiation canopy. This turns the Heart's radiations of deep space into soft and raid rays that are easy on the bike. Seems like a baby once I get this on board. It requires 30 Pikmin to carry. Luckily, we have more than enough to carry it, so we're also going to be carrying the Cannon Beetle, my worst nightmare. Aside from Francis from Super Paper Mario, but besides him, this is my worst nightmare. Oh, and that Burger King guy. Alright, Pikmin. I command you to carry the pallets to the ship. Radiation canopy. I have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in even more trouble if it has any radiation leaks. I've now recovered 11 out of 30 parts. If I can just find one more, I should be able to increase my capabilities. Now, can I imagine this boss fight being harder on the GameCube version? Because on the GameCube version, you can only aim at a set distance away from you. You can't change where you're aiming. If I remember correctly, I don't know. I've never actually played the GameCube version for myself. I've only seen Attacking Toucans and General Luigi's Let's Plays of it. But, aside from that, that's all I know about the GameCube version. So, I can imagine the boss being a little bit harder on that version. Now this part right here, this was the most evil part that I've had to edit in a really long time. And just because of how many Pikmin that I had to name, and I find it easy when I have to name the Pikmin to just name them after like something from a TV show or something like that. Like right now, I'm naming them all after Star Trek characters. But it can still be really irritating. It can still be really irritating to have to name all of them, and I'm really starting to regret my decision to do that. But I'm not gonna give up now. I'm still gonna name every single one of them. Most of those names right there, from the Star Wars series, I only know some of those names because I used to have a game on the I still have that game on the Xbox, but I have an Xbox Star Wars game called Star Wars Obi-Wan, and in that game it's kind of a half prequel, half retelling of Star Wars Episode 1. In that game, you control Obi-Wan as you go across various Star Wars-y things. It's kind of a bad game, but it can be enjoyable sometimes. But anyway, in that game, during your training session, you had to fight some of the Jedi Council members, which, if they really did do that in the Star Wars universe, that's a pretty bad idea, because if a Jedi leaves the Jedi Order and becomes a Sith Lord, now he would now be able to defeat all the Jedi Council members. And I sound like a really huge nerd right now. But anyway, as I was trying to say, I only know some of those names because there's a multiplayer mode in it where you can play as members of the Jedi Council and stuff like that. Me and my sister Mini Beanie, we like playing that mode because we like being Jedi and stuff like that. So that's the only way I know how to. That's the only way I know some of the Jedi Council member names. Now, what really confuses me about this SIP part right here is that the SIP part, it is possible to throw your Pikmin directly to it, and they will start carrying it, but they'll start carrying it towards the unfinished bridge. And I've never understood why can't they just carry it off the cliff? They carry everything else off the cliff, and a SIP part that we're going to be getting in a couple of videos from now, they carry it off a much higher cliff, so it's not like they're going to die if they carry it off of that tiny little cliff right there. Build faster! I should have a counter on how many times I tell the Pikmin to do something quicker. I'm not going to do that now because it's kind of too late into the project to do that. Maybe if I get around to doing Pikmin 2, I'll probably do that. Finally! Well, it wasn't that long, but it certainly felt like it when I was recording this. I found my Sagittarius. My son gave this to me as a present. It brings to mind visits of my son back on the planet Alcatay. Oh, to be there right now. Oh, I think this is the required SIP part, so yeah, for whatever reason, whenever I play through this game, I always think that this isn't the required SIP part. And I feel like a terrible person when I think about that, because it's a present from his son, so yeah, it would be required, but still, I feel really terrible for not thinking that it's required. Anywho, that's the last part that we can get for today. If you're an experienced gamer, if you're an experienced player of this game, you could probably get more than 2 SIP parts today. I'm just, this is the only, I've only been able to get 2 SIP parts on this day, and yeah. I think one time I was able to do it quicker, but I went ahead and tried to get a third one, but I didn't make it back to the SIP in time, and I didn't have all my Pikmin, so I left some of them behind, so I reset the day, because I really don't like leaving my Pikmin behind. That's just like the one thing that I'll reset the entire day in. This is the gift from my son. He must be very worried about me. ... I have recovered 12 out of 30 parts, increasing my dolphin capabilities while searching out cover a wider area. Yay! The SIP can still fix itself. And that's the last SIP part that we're going to be getting today, so yay. And that Pikmin that I named right there, Proxy. Proxy is my favorite character in Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I just thought I had to point that out, or something. And now there's nothing left for us to do, so let's return the Pikmin back into the onions and finish this day off. Go back into the tomato, you fool! I hope in Pikmin 4, they have a Pikmin type that can stay out. What I really hope they could do with Pikmin 4 is that they make a Pikmin type that can stay out in the open at night, so that you have to take all the other Pikmin back to the onion, but the special nighttime Pikmin can stay out during nighttime. Oh my god, cat! But the special nighttime Pikmin can finish the tasks that you have to do, but there would be more wild animals, so you'd have to be a lot more careful. I really hope they do that with Pikmin 4, but they're probably not going to, because video games companies don't love me anymore. Mama is a midget. And so are the Pikmin. We're flying to the dolphin, even though dolphins can't fly. I can't rhyme because I don't have pie. Sorry, Bulwarp, you don't get a tomato tonight. 6 stations are back. I've managed to increase the range of the dolphin. Looking from the dolphin's portal as it launches even higher into the sky, I see a vast wasteland in the deepest part of the forest. So called the distant spring. I can begin my exploration of it tomorrow. For now, I must sleep. Pikmin population! We lost 12 Pikmin, but we got 58 of them. We didn't leave any behind, which is good. And I'm gonna let you guys decide what I'm gonna do next. Post in the comments what you want me to do, and until next time, later gear to you. Oh yeah.